Korean grammar for speaking, as you know. 2. More grammar, more advanced grammar, more vocabulary, and more natural expressions. And they are used in real, like real situations. All right, let's study. I didn't know it was. So we studied last time. I thought you were. I thought you did, right? But this time, we just want to change that 알다 to 모르다. Some of you guys are already noticed, I think. You guys are already noticed. You can just change this 알다 to 모르다, but the meaning, it changes a little bit. That's why I had to write this whole unit, which took a lot of time. All right, so 는 줄 모르다. Let's just practice with nouns. We studied this word, an interesting word, a married woman, 유부녀. I didn't know she was a married woman. 유부녀인 줄 모르다, right? So if you want to say a sentence, complete the sentence. 유부녀인 줄 몰랐어요. I didn't know he was a married man. 유부남인 줄 몰랐어요. Interesting. All right, I got this question from one of my students. Why is the infinitive grammar is finished with 알다, not 알았다, or 모르다? I wrote there, right? It's not 몰랐다, it's not past tense. Okay, let's figure it out why. 유부남인 줄 몰랐어요. I didn't know he was a married man. The sentence is finished, right? But if we want to connect, conjugate this sentence with another grammar, for example, 고. As you know, 고 is used as and in English, right? She is pretty and tall. 예쁘고 키가 커요. If we want to make longer sentences, we need to use this infinitive grammar, 알다 or 모르다. So for example, 유부남인 줄 모르고 I called him. 전화했어요. Or I contacted him, right? 유부남인 줄 모르고 연락했어요. So 모르고, in English, it's weird. I didn't know he was a married man and I called him. But it should be so or but, right? I mean, it's even weird. I didn't know he was a married man, but I called him, right? So it's like but is more natural in English, but in Korean, this 고 is sometimes used as and. That's why we need this infinitive grammar. But mostly, you can just use past tense. 몰랐어요, right? 알았어요, 몰랐어요. Okay, let's practice with some adjectives now. I didn't know it was cheap. 싸다. Interesting word too. 싼 줄 몰랐어요. Right? Because it has no bottom letter. We need to conjugate this bottom and 줄 모르다. 싼 줄 몰랐어요. I should go there and buy it, right? How about this? 더럽다. I didn't know it was dirty. 더럽다. If you remember, this B-bottomed words becomes what? 우. Perfect. So, 더러운 줄 몰랐어요. I didn't know it was dirty. All right. That's too easy, right? Then why don't we challenge yourself? I didn't know it was dirty, so I touched it. In this case, so we need to use this grammar 고, because like I said, this and 고 becomes so when those two things are connected. It's dirty thing, but I touched it. The actions are connected, right? So to make that sentence, 더러운 줄 모르고, you can't use 몰랐고, not here. 더러운 줄 모르고 만졌어요, right? How about this? I didn't know it was expensive, so I threw it away. 비싸다. 비싼 줄 모르고 버렸어요. Right? 비싼 줄 모르고 버렸어요. So some sort of these situations, we need to use this infinitive grammar and 줄 모르다. That's why I wrote here the infinitive. Okay. Not touched ones. 높다. Okay, we go, what is that? When we go travel somewhere, we jump up from like a, little cliff or something. But somehow you just, you jumped it out, but it was just too high. It was like higher than you expected, right? So let's use this word, 높다, which is high or tall, not people's height tall, the building tall, right? Wow. Then you got hurt. And I'm asking you, 왜? 왜 뛰었어요? Why did you jump out? 왜요? Oh, I didn't know it was high. It was that high. 높은 줄 몰랐어요. 높은 줄 몰랐어요. But that's not what I said. 100% right. What I said was, I didn't know it was that high. All right, here's a great tip for you. That high. I didn't know it was that expensive. I didn't know he was that bad, right? You want to make these adjectives more powerful. You need to use 그렇게. It's weird, right? The way that we studied 그렇게 is not that, but somehow just memorize it. So whenever you want to exaggerate something, I don't know, this was that bad, that high, that expensive, just use 그렇게. All right? So to make this English sentence perfect in Korean, I didn't know the cliff was that high. 절벽이 그렇게 높은 줄 몰랐어요. So 높다. 높은 줄 몰랐어요. 그렇게 높은 줄 몰랐어요. What? The cliff. 절벽이 그렇게 높은 줄 몰랐어요. I didn't know the bag was that expensive. 비싼 줄 몰랐어요. That expensive? 그렇게 비싼 줄 몰랐어요. The bag. 가방이 그렇게 비싼 줄 몰랐어요. You knew it was expensive, but not that much, right? You thought it was like maybe $200, but it was like $2,000. Then, oh, I didn't know that was that expensive. That was the tip. Okay. Let's practice with some new words I got here. I got one. 끊다. 끊다 is like to cut, right? So you want to cut the rope, for example. 끊었어요, right? The line. You cut the line. So this 끈타 is used some specific situations, some specific things that you cut. Something long, something thin, you want to cut it. 끈타 or be cut. You can say cut off, right? So, if you want to use this as like to be cut off, 끊기다. Just memorize this word. Don't worry too much. Don't think too much. Just 끊기다 is to be cut off. But we pronounce it as 끊기다 somehow. Okay? 끊기다. All right. So what's to be cut off? Wi-Fi. Right? You can't live without Wi-Fi these days, huh? So Wi-Fi가 끊기다. The Wi-Fi cut off. I didn't know the Wi-Fi was cut off. I was just keep watching these videos that takes a lot of data. So Wi-Fi가 끊긴 줄 몰랐어요. I didn't know it was cut off, right? Or here's a good tip too. 막차. 막차. Have you ever heard of it? 막차 is used as a word. The last train. But not only the train, but also buses, taxis, any kind of transportation. So 막 is like the last. 차, car, or train. But somehow it's not used with planes. So just use this, some transportation, especially like buses or trains or subway. 막차가 끊기다. Right? You got it. So you came to the station without any information. You've been waiting there for like an hour, but nothing comes. Then you can say, I didn't know the last train was off. 막차가 끊긴 줄 몰랐어요. And I keep telling you, hey, where are you? Are you coming or not? Do you have any problem? I'm so worried. Then you can say, oh, I didn't know the last train was off, so I came to the train station. You can explain that situation using 막차가 끊긴 줄 모르고 지하철역에 왔어요. 근데 막차가 끊겼어요. 저 어떻게 가야 돼요? How do I have to go? Right? So you can explain this miserable situation. Right? Okay, that is it. And obviously, with some bottom words, you can use 은 줄 모르다, right? 죽다, we studied that word last time. 죽다, die. I didn't know it was dead. 죽은 줄 몰랐어요. Right? It could be something and you step on it. I didn't know it was dead, but I stepped on it. Right? 죽은 줄 모르고 밟았어요. Step on something, 밟다. So 죽은 줄 모르고 밟았어요. I feel terrible. Okay, something like that. And when we studied 줄 알다, we could use that to present tense, past tense, and future tense. We're guessing, right? This too. If it makes sense in English, for example, oh, I didn't know he was coming. I didn't know he came. I didn't know he will come. It all makes sense, right? But you just have to memorize present tense, use 는, 줄 알다 or 모르다. Past tense, bottom N or 은, if there is a bottom error, right? And 줄 알다, 줄 모르다. And the last one, future tense or guessing, bottom L or 을, 줄 알다 모르다. I keep saying like bottom L, you understand, right? So if there is no bottom letter, bottom N. If there is bottom letter, 은 for past tense. I hope you could make a lot of example sentences to practice this. And just you need a friend who can actually check this if they are right or wrong. You don't need reasons. A lot of people, they ask, why? Never ask why. There's no why because it's the language. If you want to know, hey, what does this mean? What is this in Korean? It's 종이. Okay, thank you. This is fine, right? You got the information that you wanted. But usually people say, why? Why is it called 종이? Oh my God, I don't know. It's 종이. It's just as it is, right? If you really want to know why this is 종이, then I think you probably have to study history, not the language. We just want to have fun, and we just want to speak the language. So please do not ask why, and because it takes too long. I mean, you can obviously, get the information why it's 종이, but it takes too much time. What we're doing here is to speak the language. I hope you guys think short and just do it. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.